Hello and welcome to another fish house video. In this one I am basically doing the same as what I did with the other BD tank on the mini tank. I'm basically taking all the K1 out of the sump, cleaning it, giving it a good rinse around just to get any detritus that may have built upon it, cleaning any settlement that might have settled on the bottom of the chamber over the last 4 or 5 years. And basically I've noticed that because of how much air is going through the air stones, they generally seem to move around the bottom of the sump a little bit. So I've built a frame that I want to hold the air stones in place so I can make sure they're exactly evenly spaced apart and that there's no dead spots within the K1. I'll just quickly show you the frame I've built into the K1 currently. Now all these boxes are the K1 I've just taken out the chamber under there. Basically there's definitely more in this one than there was in the Black Diamond tank because I didn't need this second tub when I was doing the Black Diamond tub tank, so I believe there's probably an extra bag I put in this one without realising. So if there was probably 200 litres in the other tank, I think there's probably about 250 litres here because I believe this bottom tub is roughly a 150 litre tub, so we must be well over the 200 mark, I'd imagine. Anyway, you can see it's a bit of a mess at the minute because I haven't got a lot of space to be working with, but this is the crude frame I've built. This frame fits perfectly in the bottom of the sump. So basically the air stones fit through the frame and stop the air stones moving around, because quite regularly they'd wander to the corner of the sump or they'd join together in places and you end up with a dead spot at the back. This, although crude and only tie wrapped together, should be enough to hold the stones in place, but flexible enough that when I need to squeeze them through the little hole to get it in and out, if I ever want to replace the air stones or soak them and bleach them or whatever to clean them, I can easily slide it in and out and do so without a problem. So I'm going to continue pairing the air stones on at the minute. I've got one there at 20 centimetres from the back, and then 40 centimetres further down I've got another one. And this is based on roughly, once the air stones are running, of being able to move a diameter of roughly 40 centimetre circle. So that's why I've got 20 centimetres from the edges and then 40 centimetres to the next stone, and then obviously there'll be another stone here and another stone on the one at the end here. In total of 9 air stones. So we'll continue going how we are and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, it's a little bit noisy in here now because it's filling up back with water again, but I'm going to show you now what it looks like with the frame in place with the air stones, and we'll have to see once it's full whether it's paid off or not. As I said, it's a bit noisy down here and I've only put a little bit of K1 in, but you get the idea that you can see now the air stones are all evenly distributed. The only one I've moved slightly is this one here because the water from underneath the filter sock from the main tank drops directly in here, so I didn't see the point having an air stone directly where you can see the water dropping in there from the tank above, so I moved that one slightly further forward. But other than that, they're in a nice uniform position now, so hopefully we can start to, now as it fills, see what it looks like, whether it moves the K1 properly or not. Obviously the pressure gauge over here is obviously reading barely anything at the minute because there's only a few inches of water in here, but it'd be interesting to see whether the pressure gauge has gone up or down. I believe we've added an additional air stone now up to 9, so I'd like to think it's gone down with all the new stones as well, but we'll come back later on and have a look. I'm just going to put all the K1 back in now. The tank's fully up and running now then, so I can show you what the new K1 movement looks like, and so far I'm quite impressed with it, so just give me a second and I'll show you. This is now the K1 moving around. As you can see, you can clearly see where each of the air stones is, with the 9 in total. There's a slight dead spot here at the edge, but other than that, we've got pretty good consistent flow, so I'm quite happy with that. Moving that one forward in the corner was a good idea because it exactly falls underneath where the filter top is. And if we just look over here, the pressures fell just below 0.1 bar, which means overall we've got less back pressure now on the pump, because previously we was at 0.12 bar. So that drop of around 0.3 bar is really good. So hopefully, 1, the pump isn't having to work as hard, and 2, the overall amount of air moving should be increased. So very happy with it overall. That's it for today's video, so please if you found this useful, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.